Well, you know, what we wanted was really basic and simple. We just wanted some representation in the administration, you know, like the chancellor or the deans of the various schools, to be Asian, so that the Asian students could say, yes, this campus truly does have some representation in the bureaucracy. I mean, that was a pretty simple kind of goal. That's all we wanted. And it never happened. We had a lot of meetings with the administration, and they just sort of said, well, we'll try this, we'll try that, or we can't do it because of budget constraints, or we can't do this because of the thing of tenure. We can't do this because some people have contracts. And, you know, they were able to come up with a million different reasons why they couldn't immediately hire Asian administrators. And through a number of meetings and through two protests at the administration building on Broadway, where we took it over and shut it down and trashed them out, they basically were able to just wait us out over the next few months, year, by just constantly saying, we're working on it, you know, let's have another meeting, let's do this, let's do that, you know, let's talk to your community leaders, let's do this, let's do that. And nothing ever happened. And pretty soon, the energy for trying to get anything done just sort of dissipated, and things just quietly, you know, died out as some of the students left SCC to go to other schools, and, you know, things like that. So we never accomplished anything, and I think it was because, I think I mentioned this before, is that we weren't perceived as being a big enough threat to the administration. And by threat, I mean that we weren't perceived as being anybody or anything as a group capable of literally trashing the school or literally causing riots on the campus. We weren't perceived as being somebody that would have to have Seattle Community College turn into a war zone with the SWAT team coming in, or the tactical squad coming in and doing battle with the student protesters with tear gas and stuff. We weren't perceived that way. And the other part of it was that we weren't perceived as being supported by the community. So not only were we not a threat ourselves to the security of the campus and the peace of the campus, we weren't perceived as being a threat to the administration because of community leaders out there holding their own press conferences and speaking to the press and saying, we as a community or communities in the Asian part of Seattle, the Asian community of Seattle, we protest this and we demand this and this. So I think that because they didn't see the students, us, OSU, as being any sort of credible threat, and they also perceived that there wasn't going to be any kind of support from the community leaders and the community organizations, that they could just kind of shine us on. And they did. And they were right.